So, man, I know we talked about having a flashback Friday. So, man, this doesn't always have to be a story for me, but I do have one.
I think you probably have unlimited stories.
Let's hear one. Let's hear one. Let's do it. We talk sports like we said we were going to do every day. Let's do the flashback Friday.
Do we have the pictures that I sent to you?
Yes, we do.
So let's get those up.
Like you have
let's get those up
really
while I give some background to
really
this.
good stories.
So I'm afraid of heights. I don't know if y'all knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I've never let that fear cause me to punk out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I don't know what the hell was going on in one of the years that we were hanging out. Like everybody wanted to go climb up trees and jump out into water.
Are you talking about the bridge?
I'm talking about the bridge.
Yeah.
So I got Kevin pulling up these pictures real quick so that everybody here can get a clear, kind of a visual of what we're talking about. But all the guys were like, "Oh, we gotta go to this freaking bridge and jump off into the water." And I'm like, "Man, we're hardcore thugs. Like, okay, I guess we're this is what we do for fun now, right? Like we live out in the country, so we're gonna do this." So we drove out from K-Town, Klein to Tomball. I think it was like actually closer to Magnolia, and we had to park the car somewhere and walk.
Railroad tracks.
Yeah, so we walked the railroad tracks to get to this particular spot of the railroad tracks where there's actually two tracks. There's one that goes over a lake, or really a pond. I mean, it's a super small piece of water. And then there's one that goes above that. And so when we get out there, everybody's jumping off of this middle one, and even that one, the low one that goes over the smallest train track, even that was too much for me. I was like, I actually don't want to do this. I just get freaked out. Like I start to see things like this when I get up high. But everybody's doing it, and then stuff gets escalated like really quickly. Like all of a sudden, Mike Davis and TJ, I guess they were like swimmers or divers.
Mike Davis was the diver.
Yeah. So they actually climb up to this concrete pillar that starts the second bridge that goes over the first bridge. And they're doing swan dives. Like just freaking swan dives into this water. And
it's not a big...
It's not a big area, right?
Yeah.
The crazy part about that water was that like there was trees like going over, and they were like, "Yeah, you just got to jump over this tree limb."
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, let's throw our T-shirt on it. You see the T-shirt spot?
That's the spot.
That's where you got to land. And
people were having bloody lips and feet like busting apart from this thing. It was so.
Well, I think that's where you're getting at.
Yeah, I am getting at that.
Oh, sorry, I jumped ahead of you.
So finally, they move it up even further, right? They go from that concrete pillar. They go, "Why don't we just jump off this second track?" And then you're for sure, like, the tree is actually below you. And you're, like, jumping out over these tree limbs.
Yeah.
And you got to land in a specific...
Yeah, because the area you're jumping into is not big.
No.
Yeah, there's, like, a specific little
From
section.
up there, it looked like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And finally, I just tell myself, I'm like, dude, everybody's done it. Don't be scared. Don't let your fears punk you. And I kept telling myself, don't be a little B, man. Get up there. Don't be a B. You handle this.
Yeah.
I know you're scared, but you get up there and you freaking handle your fears. And so, man, I get up there and I'm sitting there and I got, I'm on the side and they're, jump onto that T-shirt. You got to go over this branch in between the next one and land on that T-shirt. And so I'm rocking back and forth. And before you know it, I let go with one hand, but not the other. And I think Kevin said it looked like I was a mannequin coming down sideways. And I remember like just kind of being knocked out. I hit that water. It was like concrete. And I think you and Kevin had to come swim out to get me because I came up and immediately like
froze.
I couldn't breathe. I couldn't swim. I had all the wind knocked out of me.
Yeah.
That night I was coughing up blood. I had cut the under part of my lip like inside my gum line from here to here, and it was just bleeding. So, man, that's the story. It's too bad Kevin couldn't get these pictures.
Yeah. Are they on your Facebook, maybe?
No, they're not on Facebook.
What did you say before we even started?
I got this.
What did you say before we started?
Can we get these pictures up?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Here, let me show this camera. Let's see if you can get this.
Why don't you just connect Apple TV?
Can you see that?
Yeah, hold it up.
Okay.
I don't have the Apple TV on.
So you can see that picture? Let's see. Let's get closer.
Yeah, that's the bridge.
Okay. So
just connect here.
The railroad underneath is actually high above the water. And you can see the second railroad up there is where we jumped from, is above some of the trees. So that's what it looks like. I'm getting word calls. That's what it looks like from the ground. Like, so you got this one right here. That's actually pretty high. It may not look like it right here in this picture, but that's actually pretty high. And then there was a middle point that they were jumping off of, doing the swan dives, and then way up at the top, jumping over the other train track, over the tree, into this water.
So this is Nico. This is Nico describing the thing.